I don't like to pat myself on the back or anything, but I've said some pretty outlandish things, and I look back at some of the things that I've said that, mind you, I have been fucking correct on. I'm like 10 years ago, before all this shit started, right? I would never even thunk it. I want to be very clear here on what I said. Maybe that's why they keep banning my accounts, because they don't, I don't know. Who the fuck knows? I said very clearly that before he did, he was going to put out a word salad of an executive order trying to manipulate or stop the contest, which he's trying to do, right? We know that. Then I said, well, what happens if he does, or the Supreme Court gives him, a permission slip, which they've done like over 20 times already? It would take one governor or one Secretary of State that's on the red team, right, just to say, nah, we're going to cancel it. I got a lot of pushback from that. He can't fucking do that. Nope. It's against the Constitution. They can't do that. That'll never happen. Look what the fuck they did. Now I say very clearly that before the contest coming up here in a few months, he's going to most likely try to broaden that EO along with the permission slip from the Supreme Court. And what they're going to do is they're going to try some shit, because I think outside the box, right? I use my imagination. What would they try? There isn't anything they wouldn't try. So what they're going to try is to put this out, right? And then you're going to have some red team governors, red team secretaries of state all say, we're just going to follow the executive order. We don't need the games. Nope. Things are just going terrific anyway. Oh, but they can't do that. They can't do that. Isn't that what they're doing down south? I understand they can't do it constitutionally. Do you think that's fucking stopping them? You're like, where's Congress? Where's Congress? What the fuck, right? I told you this summer's going to be hot, and come the midterm contest that we have, yeah, I think that's where shit, probably before, but that's where shit's just going to fucking, there's going to be a bag full of shit that hits the fan and just all over this country. Because what do you think, we're going to allow them to send back the members that they already had? I mean, yeah, they'll probably try that. We'll just keep the members that were already previously, whatever, right? I'm just because of the wording. But the blue states, they'll still hold theirs. And that leaves only one fucking option. The Supreme Court isn't doing anything. Congress isn't doing anything. The executive branch is fucking compromised. Well, what's that say about removing and replacing the government if they become, it's going to be up to we the fucking people. I don't know when MAGA will fucking realize that it's never been left versus right. It's always been up versus down. It's always been a fucking class war. Always. It's just many of them are too damn blind to see that. And here's the other thing. I don't think there's as many of you as they like to portray. Statistically speaking, for fucking years, the red